I don't know about you, but when I'm out in public and I'm dyskinetic or I'm shaking or I'm off and I'm really slow and wobbly, I do worry what people think. On my way to Mallorca this year, I decided the 11th hour, 24 hours before we were due to fly, to go with the PRM through the airport, which is passengers with reduced mobility, because my symptoms do fluctuate, and I knew that it would be a problem flying at that particular time before 6 o'clock in the morning. Travelling to the airport and so on. So I opted for PRM. Quick story. So when I got to the airport in Manchester, I was greeted by a lovely lady after I checked in. The PRM desk, the passenger with reduced mobility assistance. I've come for my assistance, which is obviously going to be a wheelchair. And this isn't anything to do with having a blue badge or proving you've got Parkinson's. It's simply just to take full advantage of the fact that they've got services that are paid for within the airport for people with reduced mobility. So PRM stands for Passengers with Reduced Mobility. Now that covers a broad range of physical disabilities, and that includes Parkinson's. So I don't want to go to the airport worrying about whether I'm going to be really dyskinetic or really slow and unstable. I just want to get to the airport and just feel like everybody else. So I advise everybody who's at that point with the PD whereby they don't really know how it's going to go. Well, that stands for everybody, but you get my point. Use PRM because it's worth it. And then the lady on the desk, I told her obviously my name, and it came up on the system that I'd got PD, and she kind of discreetly but very well put said, "Are you this guy on here with PD?" And she whispered PD. I went, "Yeah, that's me." And she said, "Like Michael J. Fox?" I went, "Yes." I said, "I got in my late 20s like Michael J. Fox." And she was actually fascinated, and she actually recognised me and Jane from the television. But she soon realised that I did have PD. I got in my wheelchair. I got pushed to the airport, got off at security, did the usual checks. Extra checks because I was really shaky, really unstable. Couldn't lift my arms up and make them keep still. So obviously I was completely checked all over my body. But because I had the PRM, the passenger with reduced mobility special assistance guy with me, they understood that. So that kind of took the edge off, and I would highly recommend it. I arrived at Palma Airport, and after some delays, expected to be given the same sort of treatment. There was nobody there to collect me. At this point I was very, very slow. My bladder was full. I was really slow and really sluggish, and Jane had the 2 kids, a bag, a couple of coats, a pram to collect. So she took the kids to the toilet. I stood there and went to the desk at the start of the terminal before passport control, and I was looked at with complete surprise. They were speaking Spanish. I didn't understand what they were saying, and they didn't believe I had Parkinson's. They really didn't believe me, which was an utter horrible thing. I had my name, and it says there, David Sangster, where I'd come from, category, PRM category. I heard them say Parkinson, so they knew what it was. She was communicating to the fella that he's got Parkinson's. I felt embarrassed enough about asking to go to to ask for this assistance. It's a long walk, Palma Airport, and they didn't take me on. It was only when I presented them with some information about my disease that they believed me, which is a complete utter joke. So do use PRM. I'm not looking forward to my trip back. I don't think I'm going to use it, but if I need it, I'm going to have to use it. So it's always best to have it. Thanks to Helen Matthews at the Cure Parkinson's Trust, who made me do it in Portland last year. And it's a necessity for all people who've got symptoms like this. You shouldn't have to go through security and feel like you're going to be in trouble. You shouldn't have to worry about getting through the airport because it's such a long walk. It's there for passengers with reduced mobility. It's not about being wheelchair bound or other things like that. It's not about that. It's about having reduced mobility. So use it. How can you prove you've got Parkinson's? Well, I take my notes with me. My letter of diagnosis is in there. all the way back from 2011, which is quite scary. You've obviously got your medications, and you make sure you take a copy of your repeat prescription. But the best thing to have is I have Parkinson's. When I first got this card, I didn't really think I needed it because I didn't have the symptoms I have now. I've carried this card in my wallet for years, in and out of my wallet, to be honest. There's also this one as well you can download from Parks UK, you can request it. It's the medications card. There's that one and that one. It shouldn't be like this. It's hard enough that we have to manage on our own, our families, without people who are employed to this sort of work. You know, their wages are paid to serve the needs of people like me and you. This shouldn't be like this. So I'm going to be writing a letter to the airport to explain, and have my name printed on a piece of paper that this doesn't believe we've got PD. She looked me up and down and she said, "You? Wheelchair?" Yes, me. At that time in that day, I needed it. So would she rather me walk through security, walk through passport control, fall over, get hurt? It doesn't make sense, does it? But she had a real problem with me having Parkinson's, which is absolutely stupid. So thanks, Palma Airport. I wish I had somebody from Spain who could understand what we're saying. I should have listened to my Spanish teacher more at school. I think I'm done now, so. But if you're thinking about travelling abroad, do use the PRM. Do contact the airport through your agent. Contact your travel agent. They will do it all for you. I've always had a positive experience with it until this last time in Palma. I'm not looking forward to travelling through Palma Airport back, but I don't think I'm going to use it, but I might need it. So what do I do? And yes, so if you're travelling abroad, make sure you travel with the essentials. A copy of a letter of your diagnosis, or your most recent letter with your diagnosis on. A good record of your medications. Definitely take some information about your disease that you've got, such as this. And don't be afraid to say you've got PD and you need to travel with PRM, because there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with it. Do it. Make life easier.